An open world is what I'm always looking for inside the games I play. A sandbox experience or the possibility of going around taking on quests without a preset order. More and more games are taking this approach, and here I've listed some of the best you can actually play that also offer another aspect I love, the tactical battles. So here are my 15 open world tactics RPG that you must play that will grant hours and hours of entertainment. Let's go! Let's start with the XCOM series. The gold standard in turn-based tactical games needs no introduction. Just about every game with cover and a combat grid draws comparison to XCOM. Everybody who's played the series has tale of narrow victories and earth-breaking defeats. If you haven't yet experienced the campaign to defend Earth from alien invasion, make 2022 the year you finally try XCOM. Players who like a game with indie charm but still want the AAA gameplay of XCOM will have a great time with Xenonauts. The universe is a bit more realistic, trading in futuristic sci-fi tech for Cold War era weaponry in the fight against the alien threat. Xenonauts might not have the graphical punch of XCOM or Phoenix Point, but it's a perfect selection for players who have played those games to death and want another Earth to protect. Permadeath is a strangely compelling gameplay mechanic. It gives player the emotional roller coaster that comes with loss without having any real-world effects. If the tension of watching your soldiers court death with every encounter gets your heart pumping, there's no game like Battle Brothers. Leading a medieval mercenary company, you'll wander the world looking for your next job and staying one step ahead of those you've wronged. Losing units forever is part of the game, and Battle Brothers holds nothing back. Just getting to the endgame crisis is an accomplishment, and defeating it, that's the stuff of legends.
Kings. Dangerous. Yes. But powerful? Oh, most certainly. Fortunes have been...
Widely hailed as one of the greatest RPGs of all time, Divinity Original Sin 2 promises over 100 hours of gameplay for dedicated adventures. It's packed to the brim with side quests, choices and lore in Larian's Divinity setting. If you like the old Baldur's Gate games and haven't tried Divinity yet, there's no time like the present to check it out. If Divinity Original Sin 2 is the reigning king of isometric RPGs, then Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire is the charismatic criminal the Royal Guard can never quite catch. This swashbuckling adventure injects high seas adventure into the fantasy CRPG formula with electrifying result. It's the kind of game that feels like it has everything without having too much. You might want to play the first game before diving into the sequel, but either way, it's well worth your time.
A war has come to their land, breaking peace.
The highly anticipated return of the Baldur's Gate series returns players to the forgotten realms of Dungeons & Dragons fame. Larian Studios, the brains behind Divinity Original Sin, are the perfect choice to bring the series back, and the worlds of the famous tabletop RPG have never looked so good.
Subtlety will not be an option.
Baldur's Gate 3 is currently in early access and expected to see a full release in 2023.
Waiting to the sea! This Pandora virus is causing horrific mutations.
You must join one of the havens.
If you prefer to save the world from chittering hordes of insectoid aliens rather than ray gun-toting humanoid aliens, give Phoenix Point a try. Created by the designer behind the original XCOM, it provides a similar kind of challenging gameplay in a darker setting. Phoenix Point also includes more diplomacy if that's something you're looking for in a game. Convincing other factions to join your fight against the Pandorans is key to ultimate victory. Old-school Fallout fans may be dismayed as the series rebrand from an RPG into a shooter with RPG elements, but the Wasteland series is here to give the faithful the games they've been hoping for. Take the isometric gameplay of Divinity and put it in a post-apocalyptic setting crawling with mutants, and you've got an RPG worth leaving the shelter for. 2020's Wasteland 3 is the best of the bunch, challenging players to battle bandits and make tough choices in the mountains of Colorado. Urtuk is an impressive game, especially considering the whole thing was made by one person. From its hand-drawn assets to its large, open world, the game follows Urtuk on his quest to find a cure for a mutation that will eventually kill him. If you like the gameplay of Battle Brothers but want stakes that are a little more personal than chasing your next purse of coins, Urtuk the Desolation is more than worth checking out. Encased brings a cool new setting to the post-apocalyptic genre and let players explore it to their Earth's content. Starting as a regular employee of the Cronus Corporation, players will grow and gain allies as they explore the ruins of a world devastated in 1970s. The game is filled with role-playing opportunities and progression options that you'll come back to again and again.
Ah, you found it. Ah, my journal, my drawings.
These pages are old, Mom.
Well, careful.
This is all from your hero days?
Ha, and before. I was just a strong...
Some of the best stories in games are the ones that can't be written. Wildermyth takes that adage and runs with it full tilt. Each party member's experiences and relationships with their companions will not only create stories through gameplay but will also affect the outcome of the overall campaign. Characters who become particularly memorable can even appear in later runs as the legendary heroes they've become, waving, inspiring or disappointing the later generations who grew up on tales on their exploit. Wartales, currently in early access, takes the Battle Brothers formula and focuses on the storytelling aspect. It has a massive world to explore and countless possibilities. Wartales' bounty system is particularly exciting, tasking players with hunting down persistent enemies ranging from ragtag bandits to infamous villains. According to the game's Steam page, Shiro Games is hoping to see a full release by the end of this year, and we can't wait.
Rome wasn't built on peace. Nor will it survive on peace.
Expeditions Rome takes an historical turn in a genre saturated with fireball-slinging spellcasters and radioactive mutants. Thrust into the warfare and intrigue of the Roman Empire, players get full customization over their character and the ability to explore the length and breadth of the Imperium.
Bureaucracy.
Not only do player choices affect their character personally, but they also change the fortunes of the Empire itself. RPG fans, even those who aren't history buffs, should treat themselves to the bonum ludum.
It would be a betrayal of Rome.
The dark days descended upon you. You rose from an unforgivable betrayal.
Recently released in early access, the Iron Oath is one of the most hyped new strategy games of 2022, with a distinctive pixelated art style and AI-inspired combat animations. Curious Panda Games' mercenary theme is beautiful and challenging. It also had unprecedented scale to the genre, measuring your company's tale of revenge in decades rather than months. The luckiest of your mercenaries will live long enough to retire, but don't count on it.
Die and prosper.
Chaos Gate Daemonhunters is the newest video game in Games Workshop's storied Warhammer 40k setting. As you might expect, the grimdark sci-fi tactical game sees heavily armored space marines doing battle against the demonic forces of chaos across a war-torn galaxy. Beyond the ground battles, players need to plan the overall defense of the galaxy, deciding which planets are critical to defend and which worlds to sacrifice for the good of humanity. This 40k experience is an absolute must for fans of setting and a great pick for strategy games in general.
Baleful Edict will be your vessel in this war against chaos.
This video ends here. Let me know what you think about these 15 games in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also consider supporting us through all our pages. Wish you the best. Ciao!